Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News Channel. Another Celsius update, not good for investors. It seems in the bankruptcy filing, Celsius in their reorganization plan is relying heavily on their mining business, which is also badly in debt. Not really sure about this plan. Mining isn't so hot right now. Like a lot of miners are actually completely capitulating. And Celsius is trying to use this to fill the $1.2 billion hole. I think this is the only option it has left. Unlike BlockFi, it could not get a loan from FTX. FTX didn't even want to touch it. It was so toxic. So hopefully, for you investors, somehow their mining business will somehow magically make up for their $1.2 billion hole, and you can get your money back. But it's not really looking so good. But I think this is the only option they have left. So basically, Celsius has over 500,000 creditors that are owed more than 5 billion people. Now, most of these people are like you and me; they're retail investors. Luckily, I did not put my money in Celsius. If you actually divide that, that's about $10,000 per creditor. So the average person is owed about $10,000. My guess is if they get $5,000 back, they're very lucky. They might not get any back. Celsius's team has actually played the evil card, which is their lawyers have made the argument that when investors invested in Celsius, they gave up rights to their funds. So they're trying to argue that they don't really need to pay it back. That is basically the last ditch effort, and that basically means, yeah, they're not going to have any trust of any of their former customers, but they're desperate right now. They don't really care about trust. They just want to get out of their situation. Because unlike BlockFi, which might get bought out by FTX doesn't want to buy Celsius. Now, if you look at the bad debt, they had their assets reduced by 17.8 billion since March 30th. So, like whatever they were worth, and whatever assets they had, subtract 17.8 billion from it. Much of that is from Three Arrows. So user withdrawals 1.9 billion. So users actually withdrew less than 1/10 of what they had. Decline in market values of holdings 12.3 billion. Crypto liquidated by third parties, Tether almost $1 billion. Crypto loss from investments 0.1 billion. Loans 1.9 billion due to loan redemption and liquidation. But this is the big thing: decline in market value of holdings. That is Terra Luna / Three Arrows plus some other things. If you look at that bank cash, they actually have more cash in July. They have less. Other mining assets, they have more mining assets. Sell assets, they have a lot less sell assets because obviously the value of Celsius decreased. Loans, they have much less loans. And crypto assets, they probably got destroyed by Three Arrows. And they essentially had a huge amount of liabilities change. They actually had a huge amount of change in assets and liabilities, and they owe a lot of money. And rightfully so, people are calling this a Hail Mary move because that's exactly what it is. Monday's hearing, as well as a host of court documents, including a 61-page declaration from CEO Alex Mashinsky, indicate that much of Celsius' plan to recoup its losses depends heavily on projected future profits of its half-finished, wholly owned mining subsidiary, Celsius Mining. However, the mining subsidiary is also a debtor. So basically, you've got this whole bunch of stuff that's basically just tangled together. They're all in debt, and they're trying to basically bank on one sector that's also in debt to pull everything out. Does not look good right now, and they are bringing out the argument that Celsius's investors do not actually need to get paid. And yes, the retail investors will actually suffer. So I hope for your sake that this mining thing works out. They have increased their mining assets, but it is a desperate Hail Mary, and hopefully you have an amazing wide receiver that can catch the massive long ball. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.